Well, I want to start this episode off talking about Messi about to play
Messi
PSG.
again? Wow.
So, I don't know if you guys know this, but Inter Miami were up 2-0 on Palmeiras in the Club World Cup. They blew the lead. Palmeiras ended up tying the match 2-2, which now means that in the round of 16, in the knockout stages of the Club World Cup, we are getting PSG versus Inter Miami, which means basically PSG versus Messi. That's crazy. I don't know if you remember, Dad, but the last time
I remember
Messi's last game, Messi's last game with PSG, the fans were whistling at him and booing him like crazy. That was nuts.
You remember I was upset because Messi is my favorite, and you know. Huh?
I know. Oh, you know what though? I didn't love it either because I'm like, you just can't do that to a player who's one of the greatest of all time, a lot of people's greatest of all time. And I didn't like that same way that I didn't like Ronaldo getting disrespected by Manchester United fans. So I wasn't thrilled about it, but what I am excited about now is to see how Messi kind of deals with this PSG
but
team.
You know, with football fans, it's always like that. They love you when you're good, and they don't love you when you do some different stuff. And it's always like that. I remember when I was kid, if your team don't play good, people don't come and don't watch you.
Yeah, and in PSG fans' defense, they had Mbappe, Messi, and Neymar at some point, and they couldn't win the Champions League. They didn't even really compete in the Champions
Maybe
League.
because Mbappe.
Mbappe, you're so cute. You're my dad. The way my dad
Yeah.
pronounces Mbappe is so cute. Try it again.
Mbappe.
That was very good.
Yeah, no, I'm just joking with you.
Yeah, no, you got it. You got it.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? Do you think Messi's nervous at all?
Now?
Yeah, to play PSG.
I think his experience.
Yeah,
I
I
think,
agree.
I like his confidence. He's always confident, and I think he cares.
Of course.
But he's gonna perform very good. But also, look how nice is this. Like, I kind of realizing that MLS team competing with the European team.
With the European champions.
Yes, the best this season in Europe. Where this happened?
I know.
You know, usually they come with second squad for summer, just exhibition game in States, Liverpool, Manchester City, Real Madrid, and now they competing high level, basically.
Well, and not only that, not only any MLS team, but the team that has Messi.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
exactly,
So that's just extra eyeballs. People are more invested just because of Messi. And then obviously you add Suarez, you add Busquets. But it's just the storyline of Messi playing PSG, which is going to be so great. I said this can go one of two ways. Either PSG wins like 6-0 or Messi scores a hat trick. I can see either way happening because you know Messi, like you said, experience. This guy is a gamer. You know, he always rises to the occasion. We saw him at the World Cup. We saw him at that World Cup final. He doesn't like to lose. And I just feel like he has a little switch in his head that when he knows PSG is about to come up, he's going to play his hardest. But this PSG team is also freaking outstanding, right? So, like, I don't know if Inter Miami can withstand PSG for 90 minutes, but I do think it's going to be a really cool game.
But also you have to remember the owner of Inter Miami used to play for PSG too.
Yeah. That's crazy. It's just so many storylines.
That's the good thing. Like, you remember that?
Yeah.
So look, now he's gonna play his club against previous
and then
club.
Luis Enrique must know Messi very well.
I think so too. Because Barcelona.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's a lot of good moments. I think we're gonna see it.
And what I'm most excited for, you know, Nuno Mendes, who I've been saying is that best left
you
back.
Love that guy, yeah.
I think he's so good. Well, he took down Salah. He took down Saka. He just pockets everyone imaginable he puts in his back pocket. And now we're going to see him compete against Messi, and everyone's saying that Messi's already having nightmares with Nuno Mendes because every game that this guy plays, and even Portugal with Spain, Portugal played Spain in the Nations League final. Nuno Mendes took care of Lamine Yamal. You know what I mean? So I just feel like Nuno Mendes is going to have a lot of eyes on him. I'm excited to see what he does, obviously, how he helps PSG perform in that match. But I'm just so excited. For me, this is a match like you said, kind of, we never get an MLS team versus the champions of Europe matchup, and now we're getting this first time in my lifetime. I'm excited.
Yes, no, that's what we says before. We says, a lot of like high players or some people who is in football organization that they says they're not gonna watch because this is gonna be boring tournament. Everybody's gonna be tired, summer stuff like this. It's too much for players, and I believe it's too much
for sure, especially all these water breaks they're getting.
But look, they still playing in high level.
Oh yeah, and you don't lie, like. This means something to these players.
In the end,
of course.
The closer you to the next level of round, you start seeing, maybe we can win the trophy.
Like, look at that.
The trophy's going to be big.
And look at Atletico. They're out.
Yes.
Don't tell me Diego Simeone's not pissed about that. Of course he is.
Yeah, no, he is. He's always want to win.
I know.
But we have Mascherano in Inter. He's coaching Inter.
I know.
Miami,
I think it's going to be such a good game.
You remember?
Of course I remember. He was one of my favorite players. He's Argentinian.
Yeah.
He was one of my favorite players growing up.
Can you believe?
I know.
And it's going to be nice.
It's going to be so
nice
good.
Match for
I
sure.
think so too. Like I said, it could be PSG winning 6-0 or Messi winning it for Inter Miami with a hat trick. Like I just think anything's possible, and I'm so excited.
But I think 2-1 for any of them can win 2-1. Yeah.
What's your prediction?
PSG.
Yeah, I think so too. At the end of the day, PSG's the champion. They're the best team in Europe.
Yes.
At the end of the day.
Yes.
But exactly. I do think we're going to have some crazy moments.
The only one thing can be different if Beckham take his suit and put the football uniform
100%.
and he's going to say, okay, I'm going to help you guys.
Yes, and he scores a goal from half.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that'd be crazy. Could you imagine bend it like Beckham?
Yeah. Huh?
That'd be crazy. David Beckham, if you're listening to this, give it a shot, hey? Give it a go.
Exactly. He's laughing probably.
Probably. He has no idea who we are. One day we'll shake his hand.
I think so. I like to.
Manifest it.
Yeah. He was one of the best midfielders down there.
We spoke about it on the last episode, but he was my childhood.
Yeah.
But going from Barcelona and Messi and everything, we need to talk about Real Madrid because Xabi Alonso just got his first ever win with Real Madrid. And people were like, oh, yeah, but Real Madrid were playing Pachuca at the Club World Cup. It should have been a win. Who's Pachuca? What people don't understand is that Real Madrid went down a man in the 7th minute.
Yeah.
So they're playing 10 men against, a healthy Pachuca side in this crazy heat because you're watching every Club World Cup match. There's water breaks, cooling breaks, right? And they're still winning 3-1. Like, that's impressive. To anyone who's played football, they know that's not an easy thing to do no matter who you're playing. So I just give it up to Real Madrid. It was a great team performance in the sense that they found a way to win, and Xabi Alonso obviously is a big part of that.
No, I think so too. Even if you watch Pachuca, they have they create chances.
They did, yes.
And they didn't look that tired, look as some players from Real Madrid, but we gotta give credit to Real Madrid players.
Yeah,
they did really good work.
Yeah.
At the field, 100%. I watched that game and I was impressed. I always believe, like we think, a team from or club from Mexico. I think Mexicans can surprise anybody in any level.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what I always think. They have skills, they have speed, they have athleticism, and they good players
and passion.
Yes,
and
passion,
you're even seeing that with the Brazilian clubs. Look how well these Brazilian clubs are doing at the Club World Cup. The South American clubs in general.
Brazil is Brazil.
Yes, it's true.
So, but I'm especially, like you says, it's Pachuca, but I think it's good team.
Yeah. Well, you watch, if it's not for Courtois, that scoreline can look a lot. Courtois had a
bit different.
Great game.
Yes.
Rondon on Pachuca, Solomon, they were giving Real Madrid problems all day. And even that kid on Real Madrid, Huijsen, the new center back, unbelievable performance. I'm so excited to watch that kid play more. But there were a few key players in terms of defense. Huijsen, Courtois, that helped Real Madrid kind of stay in that game. It wasn't just their goal scorers in attack who were contributing to that scoreline. So no, that's why I said overall team effort. I thought it was a good win for Xabi Alonso being a man down. Like that's an impressive win in my opinion.
100%. And I like Xabi Alonso.
You do,
Look what he's doing. He's starting young players with experienced players, and it's not easy. But you know what I see? You know that player from Turkey?
Arda Güler.
Yes. Like I see him like he wants to take over. He wants to be leader. Like his charisma.
Yeah.
To score, to play good. Like I watch 2-3 games with Real Madrid, and I very impressed of that player.
Arda Güler, I really like him. I'm excited to see him get maybe some more time under Xabi Alonso. And you're right, like he's got a lot of really experienced players around him. Like Jude Bellingham to score that goal. Trent Alexander-Arnold got kind of not an assist, but he passed to get an assist.
He was second assist.
Yes, exactly. So you're seeing this team kind of gelled together. Valverde scored a goal. He's always incredible. That guy's always doing everything he can to lead Real Madrid. So I just think that it wasn't perfect. It wasn't the best game we've seen Real Madrid play, but considering all the factors that they had to kind of go through, the context, the adversity, I do think it was a really solid win, and they move on from there. But happy for Xabi Alonso, and I'm really excited to see Real Madrid in the Xabi Alonso era.
No, now think about it. How he's gonna put his club against Barca?
I know.
Because Barca is now quiet, everybody resting,
Not at the Club World Cup.
It's gonna be some trades probably, and I think Barca is gonna be again and even maybe stronger than last season.
Yeah. Well, God.
That's what I'm thinking.
Hopefully not.
Why?
Because I genuinely thought that at some point Barcelona was going to win the entire Champions League.
Yeah, no,
Inter did so well that both of those legs were absolutely insane. It could have gone either way.
Yes.
But Inter did so well to take them down, but at some point I'm like, this team is unbeatable. They are unstoppable. They're the best team in Europe.
And I think they're winning even with Inter. And Inter tie, and then
it was an insane game. It just kept going back and forth and back and forth. And even in that first leg, Inter scored first, and then that's when Lamine Yamal had that crazy goal. It was just insane. This year has given us a lot of really good games.
No, but this year didn't end yet, and it's gonna be more probably good matches.
Hopefully.
And then, and then we have World Cup.
And the Women's Euro. Don't forget about
Women's Euro.
Women's Euro, guys. You better tune in because we're going to be doing lots of videos around the Women's Euro.
Yes.
I'm so excited to see. And Poland, our Polish women's national team, is going to be in the Women's Euro, which in my entire 34 years of life, God willing, I turned 34 this year, I've never seen the Polish women's team play.
No, but the best woman player playing for Barca.
Really?
And she is one of the best.
Is she Polish?
She's
wow.
Polish, yeah.
So cool.
I forgot last name, but
we'll remember for when we'll do all our homework for the Women's Euro, and you can count on me to watch every game.
And I think she's goal scorer, like
striker.
Like Lewandowski, striker.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, so...
I got to quickly I'm excited, guys, because while we're talking about Real Madrid, we got Modric signed to AC Milan.
Oh, that's nice.
This is very big for me, guys.
I don't know anyone who don't like Modric.
Me too.
I don't know anyone.
I agree.
I don't know anyone.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Remember that first game Real Madrid play right now?
Yeah.
In this tournament?
Yeah.
He came out.
Yeah.
And everybody give him ovation, because this is the kind player like everybody loves.
Yes. Yeah. Well, look what he's done with the Croatian national team.
Yes.
That World Cup. Even the last World Cup.
Yes.
Croatia, everyone was like, oh, they're going to get out. They're old. They just kept fighting and fighting and fighting. And then you look at his career throughout his entire football career in terms of club, but most recently Real Madrid. I was looking up how many trophies he won with Real Madrid. He's the most decorated footballer in Real Madrid's history. 28 major trophies. He's won the Champions League 6 times. That's freaking incredible.
Oh, it is
That's
incredible.
absolutely wild to me. And I hear a lot of Milan fans saying, oh, well, why did Milan sign Modric? All we do is sign old players. But what people aren't understanding is that Modric, first of all, he's not done. When you watched him play with Real Madrid last season, he still has game left in him. He still has talent. He still has fight. He still wants to compete. And number two, look at all the experience he's bringing to this Milan team. Milan needs a leader.
I think maybe you too much excited.
No, I'm not too much excited. No, I'm not too much excited. I think you're jealous. I know that Liverpool would love Modric.
No, I don't think so. Liverpool is bringing young players.
Be careful.
22,
as Erling Haaland said, stay humble.
22,
stay
24.
humble.
No.
Modric would dance around all your 22-year-olds.
Yes. No, I'm telling you, you're excited because it's Milan.
Of course, because that's my club. Stay humble, Tatush. Stay humble. You guys have another big Premier League year.
Yeah.
You know, the hard thing is about winning the Premier League is now you have to defend it.
But that's easy. And also we have to win the Champions League.
Yeah, well, now that's...
Yeah.
That could happen. I don't want to say... I don't dislike Liverpool, so I'm not rooting against you guys, but...
Yes.
No, I'm very excited, and I just think that Modric is going to bring so much leadership to this Milan team.
100%.
You know, even Allegri, that can go one of two ways. Milan's new coach, it could go very good or very bad, but I think there's a lot of changes happening, and I think that Milan need a leader, Milan need a captain, Milan need a guy that's been through it, that's won a lot, and he's coming from the biggest club in the world, and I think he's going to bring that to Milan, and hopefully...
Respect, experience.
Yes, exactly. And hopefully things start changing at AC Milan.
But listen, one more thing. If we're in Italy, don't you believe Gattuso is head coach for Italy?
I freaking love that.
I
love him.
We will love that guy.
Oh my God. When I think of one of my favorite players to watch growing up, it was always Gattuso because this guy didn't give a shit and he was like a pit bull.
He was.
Like every ball, he just he either effed you up or he would do anything to get the ball.
He go to anybody.
Yes.
He wasn't afraid anybody,
exactly.
any referee, anything. That was always
so
fun
good
to watch him.
And good point, Dad. Yeah, Italy needs to see like a resurgence. Italy needs to see a big change. And yeah, bring in Gattuso. Maybe everyone needs a little bit of like crazy mentality.
Exactly, because I still believe talent is done there.
Big
but
time.
It's something what is not working for national team. Italy team.
Man, I just love, guys, AC Milan back in that day. I get so excited because the
I
players...
think you're lucky you have someone like me to talk to you know?
Well, yeah, who else would I talk
and
to?
you know parents today, hey, Dad, can you come? We do video. I say, Caroline, what time you want me be here?
It's true.
You know?
You'll say, what time do you want? And I'll come.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
I'm open for you. Such a good father.
Well, tell everyone what you got for Father's Day.
That was very nice. Very nice gift. Was Liverpool book since 1955.
My dad I got him a Liverpool book full of newspaper articles since 1905.
1905, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Up until 2025. So all the newspaper clippings that you can imagine in a nice book so my dad can read when he feels like it.
Then I get the swim shorts.
You did, because my dad's going to Mexico, so you got Liverpool swim shorts.
So I'm gonna. Every time I go to Mexico, I see a lot of English.
It's
fans,
true, yeah.
So they're gonna recognize.
You got to start singing "You'll Never Walk Alone."
And then you call Varderop.
You're so cute. What?
What do you call for that?
Say it again.
Garderobe.
You're so cute. I just think it's a robe.
Huh?
A robe.
Robe?
Yeah.
So why I say garderobe?
Are you trying to say wardrobe?
Yeah, wardrobe.
Wardrobe is like what you're wearing. Like you could say, "Oh, where's wardrobe?" Like that means like where's the clothes.
Okay.
But that's just a robe.
Yeah. See, now I learned something
You're
new.
so cute.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's what happens if you don't go to school.
Stop. You're the smart. You're super smart. Super smart, Dad. Don't sell yourself short. That was absolutely adorable. Yes, you got a robe, and it's all Liverpool.
Yes. And all in red color with Liverpool logo, everything.
I got you.
Yeah, no, thank you
That's
so
for all
much.
your hard work on the podcast.
No, I know. Thank you.
Okay, guys, thanks for listening.
Thank you very
We're going to
much.
obviously be doing this every week. You guys let us know what you think. Make sure you hit subscribe, tune into our show, write in the comments what you think about our opinions. Let me know. Put in your predictions for PSG versus Inter Miami because I'm so curious to hear what you guys think. And we'll be back next week, I'm sure, talking about anything that crazy that's happened.